Hi, my name is John Mile. I'm a Senior Product Marketing Manager for Microsoft 365, and I'm the Marketing Product Lead for Microsoft Viva Learning. And I'd also like to introduce Swati Jawar.
Hi everyone, I'm Swati Jawar. I'm the Principal Lead Product Manager in Microsoft 365, and I'm leading the Viva Learning. I'm really excited to talk to you today about the product.
So much has changed over the last year, especially how we work, but some things have remained constant, and we believe the need to learn and grow is one of those constants. And that's why we're proud to share Viva Learning, one of the 4 modules within Microsoft Viva. It's our answer to the enduring challenge of how to build a learning culture that empowers everyone to grow in their careers and as a person. Let's start with the data. Our intent with Viva Learning is to help solve key pain points in the learning space, and there are plenty. We know that 79% of CEOs are concerned with the skills of their workforce and the implications on future growth. Meanwhile, employees only have 1% of their time to focus on learning. We also have adult learning theory, which tells us that learning needs arise quickly and are best addressed quickly to ensure applicability and retention. So combining the research and data with our own insights have led us to build a new transformative learning experience seamlessly integrated into the flow of work, Viva Learning. Now I'd like to bring Swati back into the conversation to help us dive deeper into Viva Learning with a live tenant demo. So let's get to the good stuff. Swati, I hear IT admins can manage and configure Viva Learning to meet their organization's requirements. Can you walk me through how that works?
Sure, John. Viva Learning aggregates the learning resources available to you at your company, all easily accessible through the Viva Learning app. This includes content from various content providers. Next, I would like to show you how admins can configure those sources and make it easily available for their employees in the flow of work. As global admins managing settings of various apps for the organization from Microsoft 365 Admin Center, this is where you will be able to find the Learning app related settings as well. Clicking on to Learning app, you can see for Viva Learning app, default enabled content sources are LinkedIn Learning, Microsoft Learn, and Microsoft 365 Training. In the Learning app, these sources are default visible for all the employees in the company. Going back into the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, you can enable various other content sources, for example, the third-party content providers like Coursera, edX, Pluralsight, Skillsoft. You can also bring your own content through the SharePoint integration that we are offering through the same settings for the Learning app. This is where, as the global admin, you can provide a central SharePoint site URL where we will go put a SharePoint list, which is where you can reference all the learning content that you store into SharePoint on various sites, everything back into the single SharePoint list. From here, all the sources that as an admin you have enabled for your organization and hit save is where Learning app starts fetching the metadata from all these content providers and start building the tenant catalog for your organization, which is what we store in Microsoft Substrate. On top of it, to build a really powerful recommendation and search experience through the Viva Learning app. John, it's back to you.
Thanks, Swati. It's great to see that admins can set up their tenant with the right learning sources based on employee needs. How can admins manage who can access the Learning app within the company?
Great question, John. Let me give you a walkthrough of how. So as we were discussing through M365 Admin Center, global admins can configure various learning sources as per their organization need. This is where I want to quickly highlight where here are the existing third-party providers that we have as part of our system, but this list continues to grow. This is where soon we will have our LMS system integrations with Cornerstone, On Demand, SAP SuccessFactors, and Sava also lighting up. So from here, once global admins have configured the learning sources for the organization's need, they can go to the Teams Admin Center. Once they click on it, they land into Microsoft Teams Admin Center into the Manage App experience. Here, all the apps that have been provided from the Teams experience are listed. This is where a Teams admin can start searching for the Learning app. As soon as they do that, they will find the Learning app right here under Manage App, through which they can enable it for everyone in their organization. They can set up permissions policy through which they can decide who all in the organization should have access to the learning app. Should it be default pinned for them in the left nav in Teams? Should it be available in the overflow menu for them to discover and start consuming from there? So this is how the admins can not only configure the learning sources for organizations need, but they can also manage, do the permissions and setup of the Teams learning app as per their requirements in the organization. And this all helps make it really seamless experience for employees to quickly find the learning content from all the resources in the organization within the learning app.
Great. So admins can manage the learning app through the Teams Admin Center and can configure learning sources through Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Got it. Now, before we go deeper into a product demo, I just want to remind everyone of the Viva Learning page where you can sign up to get the latest news and information and also get in line for public preview. Speaking of that, Swati, when should admins expect to see Viva Learning?
Viva Learning is in private preview with selected set of customers, and we are targeting to start public preview sometime in April. And that is where we will start unlocking product for all the customers who are signing up through the link on screen.
Okay, those are important dates to know, so everyone should mark those down. Can you share any initial feedback that we're hearing from customers in private preview?
Private preview customer admins and learning department people are providing us with a lot of valuable insights. But one thing that is coming out really exciting is that they are finding it really easy to centralize all the learning sources for their employees to quickly search, browse, discover, and consume using the Viva Learning app. And that is making it really easy for them to bring learning in the flow of work.
Yeah, I agree. It's such an easy way to learn. And as I've been using the app myself, it's just so simple. And it's great to hear customers saying that as well. No more hopping around between different apps and internet sites or web pages.
That's right. With Viva Learning, our goal is to bring to you all the content resources in this one single place and really help you quickly discover, browse the learning content. So once, as we saw earlier, when admin enable various of those learning content sources through the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, when you as an employee come to the learning app, you can find those various content sources and the content coming from them listed into the My Learning. Here I can see LinkedIn Learning content, Microsoft Learn content, Microsoft 365 trainings, content coming from the third-party content providers like Pluralsight, edX, Skillsoft, and Coursera. This is where content flowing in from LMS systems will also start lighting up. We are also working on the features on this experience to quickly help you find everything that's assigned to you, recommended to you by your managers, things that you have bookmarked to view them later, as well as things that are really trending in your company based on the view counts on various different learning objects. From here, you can select any of these content sources and start diving deeper to see the entire catalog coming from them. So here I'm picking LinkedIn Learning. When I do see more, this is where I can see the various different learning content on the different topics, skill sets are all available for me right from within the Viva Learning app. I can pick any one of them based on my interest. For example, I pick communication within Teams and I want to learn more about it. So it gives me quickly an idea who is the provider of the content, the author, as well as the duration of content, and most importantly, the description. It helps me make a decision if I want to dive deeper into this content. Or the great part is I am also seeing the suggested content, which is very relevant to the topic that I've shown interest in. Then I can see a lot more of those content lighting up here, which I can pick and quickly make a decision which one I want to dive deeper into. But once I do that and I click to consume it, it gives me a seamless experience for the LinkedIn Learning content to consume it inline. The player is all integrated within the Viva Learning app, where I can turn on captions at any point of time to quickly catch up with the flow of the content. I can play with the speed as well as the voice, and I can also see it into the full screen mode or just continue to consume it inline within the app. From here, returning back to the learning app, at any point, I should be able to go to any other content provider and do the same. For example, if I pick Microsoft 365 training content, and if any of the content that I'm picked from here, I will be able to consume that also right from within the learning app. Going through the various modules within that course, playing that content right in line within the learning app makes it really seamless and easy for me to consume the learning in the flow of work.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Swati. I love having all those sources available to us right within the Viva Learning app, which is, of course, right within Teams, where we're all spending our everyday. But what if I want to learn about something really specific?
Oh, that's a great question. And with that, I will share the experience of search that we have built within the learning app. So as we were talking earlier, once the admin enables the various content sources, we build the entire tenant catalog, storing it into Microsoft Substrate. That's where the beauty of Substrate comes, with all its intelligent Microsoft Graph services built on top of it. Using Microsoft Search and all the other various signals available as part of Microsoft Graph, it helps us build a really powerful recommendation experience, as well as to continue to improve the relevance of the search based on user interest. So for example, I can go here and search with a specific query in mind. This is where it's searching my entire content catalog and bringing the relevant search results for me from various providers. So like LinkedIn Learning, Skillsoft, and so on and so forth. I can pick a particular content right from here or hit enter to land into the search results page experience within the Viva Learning. I can find content coming from different sources, authors, the various different format, duration of the content. This is where I can pick, again, any of the content coming from different providers, and I can get the same level of details and make a decision if I want to move and start consuming it further.
That's fantastic. It makes it so easy to learn. I mean, I'm just excited about using it and continuing to use it myself. And I love the embedded players for LinkedIn Learning and Microsoft 365 training. It makes it so easy to do everything right within Teams. I also know that Viva Learning provides tools for managers and admins to recommend specific learning content to help do stuff like, onboarding new members or ramping for a project. Can you expand a little bit more on how that works?
Absolutely. It's critical that we empower managers with the learning tools to help them address the skill gaps and build the agile workforce. And for that, we are building tools through which they will be able to recommend learning content within the Viva Learning app to their employees and can track progress against that. They can also send reminders to their directs, as well as kudos through the Viva Learning app for the successful completion of those learning content.
Great. So you showed us how it's easier for employees to discover all the available learnings to them. And it also sounds like easier for managers to facilitate a learning culture. So bringing it all together. Now, I know this is all happening in Teams, so learning becomes a natural part of my day. But how does Viva Learning bring learning into the flow of work?
Viva Learning integrates seamlessly within the team's capabilities, and that empowers the learners in the organization to quickly find learning content while they're communicating or chatting with each other, whether one-on-one chat, group chat, or Teams or channels discussion. For instance, here, one of my colleague Nate is talking about the Azure subscription and other resources. And I know there is a content which he can find really helpful from a company learning repository. So let me do a quick search for that. Boom, here it goes. I have done this course and I know it will really help Nate to quickly find the answers that he is looking for. I can also attach a custom message mentioning Nate to get his attention onto this content that I'm sharing. Once I hit enter, this is now shared with not only just Nate, but everybody in this channel. Anybody can click onto this content. It brings them back into the learning app. And this is where they can, again, learn all the details about this object and click to consume it in line within the learning app.
That's fantastic. That search functionality just looks so easy. I know I keep saying that, but this whole thing makes learning so easy. I do have one question. It's easy to chat and it really brings new meaning to social learning, everything you were just showing. But can I use Viva Learning to pull together custom sets of learning for specific groups?
Absolutely. Tab's experience in Teams offers a way to put together a certain set of learning content with a specific goal in mind. For instance, let me give you an example. In this channel, I want to create a learning tab specifically for onboarding new members in the team. So I can rename the tab to say onboarding. I'll start searching for the content using the same search that we have seen earlier within the personal learning app. Once I do the query, I can see learning content again coming from the various content providers, which my admin has enabled. Now I can pick learning content that I think it's very important for any member of this channel, whether it's a private channel or public channel, then it's all the members of the team for them to ramp up onto this project and quickly onboard to start contributing into it. So I pick certain set of content which I feel will help them and I hit save. This helps me create a learning tab with an onboarding as the goal in mind for those members of this team to start quickly ramping up by going through this learning content. I can continue to add more into this with different queries. For example, different queries I can perform, pick more content, and just create this curated path for all the members of this channel to go through to quickly ramp up and contribute. Any of the members in channel can pick the learning object from here. They will start seeing the various details. They can read more. If the description is long, they can quickly catch up on the entire description. They can pick other content suggestions and then continue to consume it right from here. Only other one more thing that I would like to highlight, at any point of time, if they think this content is no more relevant for the goal for which they build this, they can come here and they can unpin this content right from here.
Looks like a great way to onboard people with some easy access to learning. So Swati, remind us again, where are we at in the development stage for Viva Learning?
Yep, as we were discussing earlier, Viva Learning is in its private preview with selected set of customers and partners at this point, but we are excited to onboard all other customers who are showing their interest through the link as shared on the screen. We are looking to start public preview in April, and that is where we will unlock Learning app for all of you.
Great. It's as easy as going to the link on the screen and clicking sign up for updates. Thank you so much, Swati, for the walkthrough. Really informative, and I hope our audience gained a lot of good information. This is all really exciting. We're also working on APIs for the broad learning partner ecosystem to integrate into Viva Learning. The link you see on the screen has a partner sign up as well, so you'll be notified as soon as those APIs are available. I can also tell you that from conversations I've had over the last month, our partner ecosystem is really excited to join us on this journey, and we're very excited to have them. So let's finish by hearing from our initial set of integration partners.
The partnership between Microsoft and Cornerstone unlocks the opportunity for all people at work to be able to learn in the context of the work tools where they already are. So learning will become ubiquitous. Learning will be always on, always present, and at the fingertips of employees.
So what's very exciting about Microsoft Teams and SAP SuccessFactors is it will continue to be providing employees that incredible experience long into the future. This is about helping our employees be productive, learn, upskill, and continue to grow their careers by leveraging the solutions that they have right out of their homes.
In the 25 years that Skillsoft is actually offering e-learning to businesses, we see the biggest challenge is one that is a lack of time for employees. The integration between Microsoft Teams and Skillsoft allows learning content to be seamlessly available in the environment of daily work, in the flow of work through Microsoft Teams. And that gives the gift of time back to employees so they can learn more efficiently.
I'm incredibly excited about the Microsoft and Coursera collaboration in Teams. One of the core challenges that companies face today is enabling their employees to create time for learning and to learn in the flow of work. And so what the Teams and Coursera collaboration allows is for employees to learn and to discover courses on coding, courses on management, courses on software while they're working. It allows employees to give recommendations to others. It allows them to join learning groups and learning clubs. And I think what Coursera and Teams is going to do is enable learning to be a core part of what employees do when they come to work each day.
The opportunity we see with this integration of edX into the Teams product is to make it simple and easy for every worker to be a learner every single day. Whether it's 15 minutes or an hour building that into our work days, building learning and development into our work lives is critical for the future of work and for the future of the competitive industries we all work in.
We're so grateful to partner with Microsoft and 365. We think it's a great opportunity to more effectively serve organizations and enterprises that are looking to connect skill development to their business objectives and providing easier access, personalized learning for individuals who are looking to develop the skills required to stay up to date in today's market.
Thank you all for watching, and we're looking forward to sharing more information on Viva Learning with you in the near future.
Thank you everyone for joining us today, and we look forward to have you onto the Viva Learning and learn from your experience.